Hello, this is Brian from Geopath, and welcome to the second segment in our discussion on composition. This conversation is focused on indexing, which measures the concentration of a specific target audience compared to the concentration of that target in the total population. Remember that percent composition expresses the percent of a unit's impressions that are made up of a particular audience. This is a great tool to show how targeted a campaign or location is. But it's important to put that percent into context, and that's because working with just the percent can be deceiving. For example, a 43% composition means that 57% of impressions are against an audience the advertiser isn't interested in. We need more context to that. Without putting that number into perspective, you may think that you need to find locations with very high composition percentages. But what if the audience the advertiser is targeting only represents a small portion of the total population? Let's say 35%. Having a unit with a 43% composition is actually really good. Comparing these two numbers, percent composition to percent population, is how we create an index. Indices are an easy statistic used for comparison purposes and to provide context. The math is simple and is already calculated and included in many media planning softwares. But if you ever need to calculate a composition index, take the percent composition and divide it by the percent target population. In our earlier example, we had a 43% composition and 35% of the population. The index for that is 122. Indices above 100 mean the target is better represented, and in our example, by 22%. The inverse is true as well. Indices below 100 tell us that the target is underrepresented. We can rank locations by composition index to determine where to best find the concentration of impressions against the target audience. However, it's really important to also look at total impressions, TRPs, and reach for each unit or package. As you can see here from our example, the fourth ranked unit based on composition is also the top ranked unit based on the reach of the target. A balance of all these metrics is a must. Some things to remember. Composition provides an additional audience metric to evaluate the suitability of locations, but it's indexing that puts the number into perspective. It's important to remember to evaluate all metrics combined as they each tell a story. Ideally, a location would have an index of 100 plus, with also high impressions or reach against the target. We hope this provided a clear explanation of indexing and puts composition into perspective. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to geekout@geopath.org.